even though nobody's watching me. But yeah. So I streamed yesterday, but I didn't post it because I didn't like it. Yeah. So I feel stuck. Like I feel very stuck with my projects. I'm filming a 30-day challenge that seems so difficult to finish. And I think the 30-day challenge has accidentally become a determinant of my other projects. I think I have accidentally created that project to be like a determinant to my other projects. I don't know how I'm going to explain it. But yeah, that's what it is. But my problem now is I feel very stuck with the project and I do not know how to move forward from here. So the project is quite simple and straightforward at the same time. So I go out every day and ask 100 people to subscribe to my channel. And I've done 14 days. I've done 14 days and I've spoken to 1,600 people individually and got about 1,500 of them to subscribe. You know, but I've been having a lot of issues I've been having a lot of issues editing these videos because they are long form content and to edit videos like that, you need professional editors. You need people that can edit very well. I'm not very good with editing, even though now I'm learning, learning to edit myself so that I would be able to edit my videos myself, or at least, you know. And I think I underestimated the value of editing. Not like I underestimated. I think when I was trying to, structure my YouTube content and stuffs, I was doing so much at the same time, thinking about the ideas and also thinking about the filming guide, the editing guide, the you know, the monetization aspect of the content, the marketing styles, everything, you know. So and one thing about me is I'm detailed enough that if I'm thinking of an idea, I also like to visualize it to see what that content could become from just an idea. So because of that, so I try to also write every I try to also write filming guide, editing guide for every content I write, you know. So and because of how powerful I think these contents are, I think I was just trying to dedicate roles. You know, I didn't underestimate the power of editing, but I just, I think I underestimated the financial part of it. I underestimated what a good video editor would cost me, you know, and so because of that, the project has accidentally become a determinant to my other projects. Now I can't move forward. I can't do other things except I'm done with this particular project. And the 30-day challenge is like one of the hardest things I've had to do in my life. Because tell me how I'm going out every day and asking people to subscribe to my channel. And tell me how you think I've been able to speak with 1,600 people individually. You know, it was very amazing. It was an amazing experience. I never thought I would be able to do something like that in my life, speaking to 1,600 people individually. you know, so I like it. It was nice. What am I up to? I'm just ranting. I'm just ranting about being stuck with my YouTube projects. I'm filming a particular project and I can't edit it. And I can't afford to pay editors. So I've just been the project has just been sitting on my hard drive. I've been looking at it every day. So I'm looking for a way to move forward. Looking for how to scale past this current challenge of mine. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. So the project now. So I was just thinking of what should I do, and whatever it is I want to do has to be me. Oh, let me start up. Like let me start filming other content. Let me not wait for this 30-day challenge to finish. But I still need an editor for that too. I need an editor for that too. So if I'm never going to abandon the 30-day challenge. But instead of me waiting to finish it before I could do other things, so I'm thinking maybe I should just start filming my other tech content that would not require so much resources, you know. But looking at myself and how I think about things, so I think I understand why that 30-day challenge had to be like a determinant to my other projects. Because trust me, when you're thinking of ideas and what they could become, so I think there's a level of there's an expectation, you know, that you would have about the project. So I think I have that expectation, what I aim for the project to become, and there's no how I'm going to execute it in a way I do not and expect it to do that same result. That's not how I think it works, you know. So if you are trying to achieve something, you also need to try and imagine and understand what it will take for you to be able to achieve that thing. And because of how and because of so if you understand what it's going to take to achieve that thing, there's no how you are going to execute that thing in another way, in another format, and still aim for that same result, you know. So you have to be able to execute it at the level that it requires to be able to get that result that you aim for. So me not doing it like that now feels like I'm moving mad, like I'm not doing the right things. But I've been stuck for almost a year on one project, and I do not like that. So I don't know. 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 I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know. So I think I'm just going to start filming my other tech contents like that. I'm just going to start filming it like that. I'm not going to wait for the 30-day challenge to keep me stuck and be the determinant of other projects. So I'm just going to start filming my other content. So I'm currently filming a content on how to put people through why their battery like spoil fast. You know, things to avoid, things not to do, the kind of charger you could use, the kind of charger that could damage your device. So I'm filming that content, and once I'm done with that, I'm just gonna drop it on my YouTube. It might not be perfect, it might not be what I'm aiming for, but I'm gonna do it like that. So I need an editor. I need someone that can edit, someone that understands storytelling, and also want to build their portfolio in, the content space. So because building a portfolio with a project like mine is like, because so imagine if you have the opportunity to be on a project that has a structured plan on monetization, marketing, and whatever it is to get monetized. And this content are going to like be continuous things. When I was before I decided to start filming content at all, I had enough time to think, to structure, to write, and I spent 2 years structuring content ideas, content concepts, monetization plan for the brand, marketing plans, whatever it is that it requires to build a successful content brand. So, and in the course of that 2 years, I was able to write more than 200 content ideas. More than 200 content ideas, you know. So, working on a project like this is going to do so many things for you as a creative. Because are you a gang member? I'm not a gang member. Gang member, what? I'm a gang member. Are you a gang member? I am not a gang member. I'm a YouTuber. And so anyway, I don't know. I just want to rant. I just want to talk. Because I'm stuck. And I do not like it here. So I don't know what to do. What do you think I should do? What do you think I should do? You don't like me? Who cares? Move, man. Go and look for gang. If you want to talk to gangsters, go and look for them now. Does this settings looks like a gangster setting to you? Come on, move. So I don't know. I have no idea what to do. So I think I'm just going to start posting my other content like that. Even though that's not what I want. That's not how I want it. But at this point, I might not have other options. So I streamed yesterday, but I didn't post it because I did not like it. Yeah. And I didn't like the fact that I didn't post it because I've been thinking about it all day. Why didn't I post it? I mean, if we are trying to say we want to be different, we want to create content and let other people see that they can also do it, So why am I feeling insecure about a video I made, a live stream I made, or I did? Why didn't I post it like that? So no matter what I say on this video, I'm going to just post it like that. Yeah. We overthink things a lot. We overthink everything that we do a lot, and I just hope we can learn to not do that all the time, which can seem so impossible, because how do you tell me that I would wake up as a human being, as a thinking human being, then I would want to do something, then I will not think about it before doing it, you know? So, and for me, I don't think there's a way you would think about something and not really overthink it. So, except you just want to take your mind off it. So I really hope we can learn how to not really overthink I really hope we can learn how to not overthink things too much. I'm not saying you're not going to think or overthink, but just find a way to not do it too much, because these things just builds up our insecurities and stuffs, and insecurities limit people to doing things, because why didn't I post that stream like that? I did it for over 40 minutes and I didn't post it because I didn't like it. But should that matter if I like it or not? So no matter what I say in this video, I'm just going to post it like that. So I'm grateful for the people I've met so far. I mean, going out every day and asking people to subscribe to my channel was not very easy, and starting with 100 people, day 1, day 2, day 3, to the extent that I've been able to speak with 1,600 people individually, all filmed. Go and check my channel, you see some of the videos there. So right now we've uploaded day 1, day 2, day 3 to 5. So we won't start uploading day 6, day 7 to day 30. And let me tell you why I'm doing that content. For me, YouTube is like one of the best platforms that a young person can make use of. Right now, we're about 9-point-something billion people alive, and about 5.6% of these 9-point-something billion people have access to the internet. So that's like 5.5 billion people, and a platform like YouTube alone, as at 2026, they have up to 2.6 billion active users. Do you know what that means? That means they have about 12% of the entire world population as their users, and they have about 50%, half of the people that have access to the internet. And their algorithm do not care where you're from. It's been structured and programmed to do some things. See a good content that has a good thumbnail, good hooks, good title, whatever it is that would make a good content do number. That system has been programmed to do those things. So all you have to do is just be able to give. Is it give? All you have to do is to be able to complete that requirement, so that once that algorithm sees that you've reached this requirement, it does not have a choice than to push your video. So the idea of just uploading videos on an unmonetized channel didn't make sense to me. And to get monetized, you need 2 things: 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours. So if people can be out there just going by their day, and I can ask them to subscribe to my channel, I mean, why not? So I started doing that so that I could cross the 4,000. So that I could cross both the 1,000 subscriber and 4,000 watch hours. And so far, in just 14 days, I've been able to speak with 1,600 people individually. And so, meaning that I've crossed the 1,000 subscriber count thing. And for the 4,000 watch hours, my idea is, so if we upload a 60-second video of what happened on each day of the challenge on my channel, each day would accumulate views, yeah? And the algorithm has something they call pattern. It recognizes pattern. So if you upload day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, before you get to day 6 or day 10 or day 15, the system would have sensed the consistency of the way you upload. So by, let's say by day 15, if when we uploaded day 1 is doing, let's say, 100 views or 200 views, the more we upload, the more they test our older videos with higher audience. So I'm aiming for the 30-day shorts to accumulate views, to accumulate watch hours. If by the 30th day, after uploading the 30th short, if I've not been able to cross 4,000 watch hours, that's fine. Because we are now going to upload a 40-minute video, more like a documentary, that will now explain the entire challenge. So, and if we could get 20,000 people to watch 10 minutes out of that 40-minute video, that's a lot of watch hours. And with the kind of content that we are, and the ability for us to be able to market these things, I think it's very possible. It's very much possible for us to get 20,000 people to watch 10 minutes of the content. And my goal is not even for them to watch 10 minutes. My goal is for them to watch the entire 40 minutes, which I think is very possible. So by the time we are done with the entire 30-day challenge, we would have crossed the 4,000 watch hours automatically. But the goal for me is not to cross the 4,000 watch hours so that I can start getting paid. I'm sure that the money won't come immediately, but I just want to know that even if I'm not getting paid immediately, whatever video we upload on that channel, we are getting paid. So even though the money might not come right now, that's fine. That's it for me. And I think that could work. That structure could work. It could work. So after the 30-day challenge, we'll now start uploading other contents. But we are uploading content on a channel that is already monetized. So it's crazy that I feel stuck with the project and I can't move forward. And now I have to come back to just continuing the project, continuing other projects like that, so that I can keep up my momentum. And because I feel like not creating content and not doing what you want to do is actually going to limit you. Is going to fuck with your brain, fuck with your mind, because the creativity mode that we get into to be able to think about these ideas, you are naturally supposed to be in that mode, always create, always do stuffs. But we have things that disturbs us, things that are like challenges that we face, and these challenges are even not significant things, so we're just in a country that doesn't make sense, that doesn't care about us as young people, so this, when you're trying to survive and you're trying to create, there are two different modes, and your brain would always like to protect you by just naturally switching from that creative mode to a survival mode, and that can be very stressful because being in that survival mode, you would not be creative. You cannot be creative. You know, you just always want to think of how to move forward. If the challenge you are facing is, I mean, because for some people, the challenge might be different. In some cases, it might be like a money problem. In some other cases, it could be like an health problem. In some other cases, it could be like other things, insecurities and stuff like that. But whatever it is, if care is not taken, you're going to be on that survival mode for a very long time. You know, because you would not be able to do this if this don't solve. You know, so and that's very risky to your creative mind, because now you now have to be juggling between being creative and just surviving. You know, so you're going to be stressing your brain so much by always switching from that mode of working, looking for money, trying to survive. If it's health, trying to take care of your health and stuff like that, you're naturally going to switch from that mode. You are constantly going to be switching from that mode back to being creative, and when something happens again, you have to switch back. You know, fucks with your head, and it's not nice. You know. So I don't know what to do. I don't know how I'm gonna do it, but I have to. I would. So I've also tried learning video editing, and I think I can do basic edits, like basic edits. But the 30-day challenge is not a basic edit. We are filming for hours. You know, we have long raw files to watch, and then after watching the raw files, as we are watching, we are cutting for the short form and also for the long form. There's no how I'm going to be able to do that with this my little knowledge, you know. I don't know. I don't know. So I've also tried to work with editors. I've tried working with some editors, and what I realize is that a lot of people prefer to just do contract jobs. They want to just be on this project, get paid, and move on. And that's cool, that's fine. But what happens if that should not even be their problem? What happens if you cannot afford to pay them? You know, so I've tried to work with some editors, but I couldn't afford to keep paying them. So that contract had to stop. And I've tried proposing if anybody would want to be on the project, and we would have like a structured agreement on maybe equity on whatever money we make on those videos. But that's very stressful, because people just, a lot of people do not understand what it means to build a portfolio in this kind of space. You know, they just want to do a one-time thing and move on. And would you blame them? Looking at the kind of country we are, you wouldn't. I don't know, but I'm just going to have to like just do it anyhow. Not anyhow, but I mean, not following my plan, not following my structure. And by anyhow, I mean now I might have to start creating my other contents without finishing this 30-day challenge, which is not what I want, but I think at this point, I don't think I have any other choice. I don't want to stay stuck. I want to move forward so that my life can be meaningful. Because trust me, YouTube is what I think about every day. It's what I wake up to think about. It's what I wake up to do. And not being able to do it is very disturbing. I don't like it. I don't like it. So, and it's also difficult to try and work with brands at this level because every brand just wants a moving truck, a moving train. They want to see that you already have things going on, you have like some kind of traction. So, so it's very stressful to see any brand that would work with you at this level. But it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. People are just joining, they are just joining and going, joining and going. It's okay. Sean Kuti will say, hello everybody. Hello everybody. How y'all doing? So I think I'm gonna go and yeah. I'll probably do this again tomorrow. Come here again and talk. Maybe I should just start streaming every day. Maybe. Maybe not. So if you think you have a way for me to move forward, I'd like to hear. If you think you have a way for me to move forward with the 30-day challenge or other projects, I'd like to hear. Yeah. See you when I see you. And please subscribe to my channel. I'm going to post this video like this and I'm not going to care. I care, but I'm not going to have any insecurity. I'm not going to delete it. I'm just going to leave it like that. Because why not? Bye-bye. My name is Irimide Shweton. Or should I stay more? Should I still stay longer? Data don't finish. Tada.